Hey guys, what's up? It's Ashley Nicole. Sorry I had to move the phone a little bit because this is how I do YouTube. Anyway, so I am outside. Sorry, I'm swinging, not trying to make you dizzy. I am outside and it's a very nice day. So I thought I'd do a quick video that was actually requested. And so I don't think I've done one on this channel. So um, basically, I am going to talk to you about my hearing loss and my hearing aids. So, my right hearing aid is actually inside charging. I do use rechargeable hearing aids. Sorry, my face itches. Woo! And so basically, you just use a USB cord and plug it in like you would your iPad or something like that. And so I will talk to you about my hearing loss for a minute, and then I'll show you the hearing aid and then put it back in because then I won't be able to hear very well. Anyways, so I do not have like a syndrome that comes with my blindness and my hearing impairment. I just have a bunch of things. So it's not like one syndrome that causes that. But anyways, so and basically in my right ear, without the hearing aid in, I have a 50% hearing loss. In my left ear, I have a 55% hearing loss without my hearing aid in. So I have used all kinds of hearing aids. I've used in the ear ones, hate them, wouldn't recommend it. That's just me. If it works for you, that's cool. But, plus my ears are very small though. Like this is, I don't know if you can see, but my ears are very, very, very small, like tiny ears, to where when they make my hearing aids, it's almost really hard to do because they can only go so deep. I have used like a bunch of molds, every single mold probably there is, the skeleton mold. If you're a hearing aid user, you know what that is. If not, it basically covers your full ear with the ear mold. I've used over the ear hearing aids, which is basically, I think, what I'm using now. I have used behind the ear, the kind where you actually had to take the tube off. And okay, so basically, in today's world, there are rechargeable hearing aids that you can order online. And yes, I used to get my hearing aids from, from the doctors and stuff like that. But what I have found is that, for me anyway, hearing aids are very expensive. Extremely expensive. Like, insurance doesn't pay for hearing aids after a certain age, but I still need hearing aids, and so after a while your hearing aids kind of get worn out, or your hearing changes, which was the case for me. At first I was like at a 40%, and then my hearing changed throughout the years, and we needed some better hearing aids. And what I've found very interesting is that I think we got my hearing aids from Smart Hearing Aids, and if I'm correct, they're literally like $70 a hearing aid. We're talking that up against like $8,000 hearing aids. And I have found that hearing aids have changed my life for the better. I'm able to sing with them. I mean, without my hearing aids, like, dancing was hard. I couldn't really hear the beat of the music. I was having trouble in choir. Like, I was having trouble crossing streets in orientation and mobility lessons because of my blindness, which is not safe because I couldn't hear the cars, and I was just having trouble hearing altogether, really. So if I have to go without a hearing aid, sometimes it is my right one because my left ear is worse. And that's just because my right ear needs a break because it's had some surgeries on it, and it's been literally reconstructed, and sometimes it just rubs up against it with the glasses and everything, and I just need a break. Even without the glasses, I need a break because it rubs up against my ear. But I will say, for me, my hearing aids have been extremely life-changing. I've been wearing hearing aids for a very long time. Over probably about 20 years or something like that. I don't know. For a very long time. I've lost count. But so I used to wear the hearing aids where you'd open the door and put in the battery, and if you wear hearing aids, you know what I'm talking about. But what I really like is, so I was having trouble with the hearing aids that I was using, like, they just, you guys, tubing messes up. You gotta go back in, and honestly, like, it just became a pain. And also the sound quality wasn't as good. Like, it wasn't as clear. Like, I could hear, but sometimes the way they would program the hearing aids, it would be muffly. And I'm like, it's not supposed to be muffly, you know? And so sometimes it would cause, you know, like certain issues like vertigo and stuff like that. I've had vertigo before, get a little dizzy here and there from hearing loss from ears. And so so I decided I'm just gonna look online and see if there's hearing aids. I really didn't expect to find anything, honestly. I was like, if this doesn't work, then I know never to do that again. And yeah, but honestly, I did my homework and I did research. I didn't pick out the first pair of hearing aids I found. I'm not telling those who do wear hearing aids or interested, I am not telling you what you should do or you should do this, but this is just my experience and you can take what you can from it. I'm not telling you not to, but I'm not also telling you you should do this. This is just what works for me. So I went online and I found smart hearing aids popped up, and they're rechargeable hearing aids. And what I like about it is you turn them on and off, and I charge them every night. And they only take about a few hours to charge, and then you know they're good to go. So I don't have to buy batteries anymore. I can change the little wire on the hearing aid. So if I need to, I can change that, or I can change the domes. They get a little waxy, you know, stuff like that. But definitely nothing as bad as changing a tubing. Sitting there with my little fingers and trying to change tubing to my hearing aid. Not fun. I can do it. Totally can do it. I'm kind of a pro at it, but it's not fun. So basically, I like them. They do squeak a little if you take them in and out, but they don't squeak when I'm wearing them. And that's another big thing. When I had hearing aids that were not like this, they squeaked like all the time. I mean, just ugh. So again, they're fine. Hearing aids are good. They were good for me. They worked for several years. But when I found out about rechargeable hearing aids, I was like, oh, really? But the thing is, obviously, if I'm paying for them, I can't pay thousands of dollars for hearing aids. But like I said, I found these hearing aids for, at the time, I don't know what they are now, but at the time, like $62 a hearing aid. Might have been $70. I don't know. It was under $100 per hearing aid. So, they work amazing. They have a few different programs on them. Again, and I say this, it might not, what works for one person doesn't always work for another. So you may like the idea, but I've worn hearing aids enough to know what works and what doesn't. And also I could have sent them back if I needed to, technically, but I didn't need to. So I kind of stepped out in faith there, but I kind of knew what to look for when it came for my hearing. But, you know, I don't know. I can't speak for someone else's hearing. I can only speak for mine. So I will show you the hearing aid, but basically I like how you can turn it on and off. So no batteries, no losing batteries. I don't have to spend money on batteries. I just put in my hearing aids each day and go. So let me show you. I don't know if it'll squeak. And I'm going to try to show you the best I can. I'm outside and now I can't really hear myself. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get too close. But I'm doing this video on my own. So being blind, it's a little hard. This is the actual hearing aid. Yeah. So, I like it a lot. And this back part is where the plug goes in. And these are the buttons. And it beeps twice when you turn it off. So yeah, here's the hearing aid. I'm going to put it back in now. Sorry, I almost dropped it. Not on the ground, just kind of almost on my hand. And so I showed you that the best I could. So I hope you got a good enough picture of that. I didn't mean to get it too close, but I was trying not to drop it as well as show you. So if you have any more questions, feel free to comment down below and ask me and I will answer them the best that I can. But I will say for me, they work amazing and I am very thankful for that. So thanks and peace.